Hey guys, so as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing an eyeshadow palette declutter. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel, and if you guys are not new, welcome back to my channel, and thanks for joining me. So before you go, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're getting the notifications of when my upcoming videos are coming out. If you like these kind of videos, like the declutter videos, leave me a comment in the comments below so I can actually make a few more declutter videos for you guys. There is a few things that I'm going to need to get rid of, so I should probably go through those. You're going to see how much of a hoarder I am. I have a problem. You're also probably going to see some of my room. Please ignore it. My room is literally like an explosion of an art craft fair. I do so much DIY stuff. If you want to see a little bit more of that, leave me a comment in the comments below. I can do some of that stuff if you haven't seen some of my like blinged out makeup brushes and videos. I do a lot of crafts. So then I have the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. There is the palette. This palette I am going to keep. I actually really love these eyeshadows. This one here. And this is the Nikki Tutorials palette from Too Faced. So in this one it's got eyeshadows, the highlighter, and the bronzer. This I'm keeping. Love this palette. So I'm going to keep this one. This here I bought, it's supposed to be kind of like a knockoff version of the Kylie Jenner eyeshadow palette. Called Flossy, obviously. These are the colors that are in here. I actually really enjoy the frost colors. Like, they're gorgeous. It's actually really good, but I have a lot of similar colors, so. Okay, I'm whittling it down, I think. This one is the next palette that I'm going to go through. This is the Lady Boss Agenda Book, one from 2018. This is the Too Faced palette, and this is what it looks like inside. I don't find myself reaching for this one as much, though. I think what I'm going to do is depot it. So I think I'm going to depot the shimmers and then give the rest of the eyeshadows to somebody I know. Up next is the Hard Candy one. I did a look on this one, the Look Pro. I did a video with this. There's eyeliner in here and a mascara, and then the eyeshadows, and that tells you how to do this. I'm not keeping this. This is this one here. I actually really enjoy Too Faced eyeshadow palettes. This one I don't reach for. Unfortunately, it is not my favorite eyeshadow palette they have ever made. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one. So then I have another Too Faced palette, and this is the Just Peachy Mattes. And of course, that is what it looks like. Everybody, I think, and their dog has seen a video on what this looks like. I really enjoy these, so I'm keeping this one. And then up next are some Tarte eyeshadow palettes. This is brand new. I haven't even used this one yet. So those are the colors. So I'm keeping that one. This one is the Believe in Yourself eyeshadow palette. It is all frosts. I am actually going to keep this one. I do love this eyeshadow palette. This here is the Chloe Morello's Ciate palette. I don't really reach for this one, but I'm going to actually put it out and put it somewhere where I see it a little bit more because I really want to use it, especially with the fall colors and stuff like that. Like, this color is literally beautiful, and I'm going to actually try to reach for this one a little bit more. Smashbox palette. I got this one around Christmas time last year. This is what it looks like. I'm definitely keeping that. So this palette is brand new. I just got this in my Boxy Charm. And this is what it looks like. I'm keeping this. I haven't even used it yet. This one here, there's a reason why I'm keeping this one. This is the Makeup Revolution Rose Gold palette. I realize I just put that upside down. This here is the reason why I'm totally okay getting rid of my Huda Beauty palettes. Because I really hate to say this, but this eyeshadow palette is a little bit nicer. I like this palette a bit better. That sounds really bad because I should really like the expensive stuff more, but I'm actually keeping this one though. Another Too Faced palette. This is the Semi-Sweet Chocolate palette. This is one that looks like. The only color that I'm not using in here is this one at the moment. I'm keeping this. This is almost brand new as well. All of these eyeshadow palettes here came from BoxyCharm. The Alamar palette. I absolutely love these colors in here, so I'm going to keep it. There's the regular crown and then the crown medals. This one here I'm definitely keeping. This is definitely going to be a gorgeous fall palette. So I'm keeping that one. Is something that I'm not probably going to reach for as much. But I think these are beautiful eyeshadows. So I am, again, going to keep this one. The Tarte. This is the number 2 Rainforest of the Sea. I love this. That is what the eyeshadows look like. I don't really use this one very often, but I am keeping that. It was one of my first eyeshadow palettes that came in my BoxyCharm. It is a very close eyeshadow palette with another brand, mainly a Naked palette. Love these eyeshadows. So yes, I'm keeping this one. This one is the Real Her eyeshadow palette here. This is a number 1. You could have gone a bunch of different ones. This is super bulky. I'm not really into it because it takes up so much room, and I probably will depot this one, but these are really gorgeous eyeshadows. Most of them are shimmers. I think these 2 are the only ones that aren't. These 3 maybe aren't only shimmers. Like this is a shimmer, you can tell. So unfortunately, I don't reach for this one because of the fact that I have to use another palette with this one, but I'm going to hold on to it for now. Then I got 2 of these. These are the Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette. This is the warm up, and then this is the cool down one. So these are the 2 different eyeshadow palettes. This is the cool down and this is the warm up. I'm actually going to keep both of them. Then I have the BoxyCharm and Pure palette, which I really have barely used this. These 3 colors I don't even gravitate to, and 3 colors I don't really gravitate to. I'm going to probably keep this for now, but it's probably going to end up in another declutter video. Then I have the Pure Soiree Dreams palette. This one I love. It looks like I barely touch it, but I absolutely love it. The only difference is I super love this one, but I also like my BH Cosmetics, and they're kind of the same. So I'll probably get rid of one of these at one point. I'm going to be straight up honest. I just did a video on my least favorite eyeshadow palettes. I own Golden State of Mind, Double Endure, All I See Is Magic, the Hello, or You Had Me at Hello, the Dream Street, the My Little Pony, which I'll show you because it's the only one that doesn't have the cover. Give It To Me Straight, I Think I Love You, the Take Me Home, and the Cute AF palette. Also, I'm going to show you this one. Then I also have, these 2 are my own that I made. They're just like these are the ones that come with like the 6 eyeshadow palettes. The 6 that you can put in. These are the little ones that I purchased and put in myself. If you want to see swatches of these, leave me a comment in the comments below. But I made these ones myself. I'm not getting rid of any of these. None of these ones. I absolutely love ColourPop, and in fact, there is some new stuff that I'm looking at buying. So, all of these are staying. Let's go through some Morphe stuff. I have a few. You can tell I have a few. Okay. So this is the Morphe 35T. I am a huge fan of Morphe. The only problem I have with Morphe palettes are they're so hard to actually bring them on vacations with you. Like, they're incredibly hard to bring on vacation. And I love it. So, love this one. I'm keeping this one. It looks like I barely use it because I don't really reach for a lot of the bright colors. So, I probably should keep that out so I can actually use it a bit more. I'm gonna turbo go through these ones. I have a few Morphe palettes, can you tell? So let's start with this one. This is the 35R palette. This one is new to my collection. I gouged it with a nail, but besides the point. This I'm keeping. I've barely used it. I've only used it like three or four times. I love it, so I'm keeping it. This is the 35OS palette, the shimmer palette. Fun fact about this eyeshadow palette, this was my first Morphe palette. A friend of mine gave it to me because she got a bunch of them And I did ask her to pick me up a few at the IMATs in Canada, and she grabbed this one for me, and I absolutely love it. First palette, you can see I've actually made quite a few dents in it. So I also have the 35OM palette, which is why I can get away with the 35OS palette, because I do have the full matte one. In all fairness, I do not own the other one that has the mattes and the shimmers, which is fine because I have both full palettes. And yes, I'm keeping it. This is the 35B palette. Obviously, it is bright. And it's got so many colors in here. I have only used this a few times, I'm not going to lie. I don't really use a lot of bright eyeshadows. This might be something I eventually declutter. This is the 35K palette. It's gorgeous. Love those neutrals in there and the browns. And I love the pops of shimmer and frosts in there, so I'm definitely keeping this one. So then I have this one here, and this is the 35P palette. I love purple. Love purple. Like, look at all these beautiful purple colors. So that's not going anywhere. I think you see a theme. I have an issue with Morphe. Not an issue. I have a problem. I have an eyeshadow problem. Okay. So these are... Okay, let's start with this one. This is my Kathleen Lights and Morphe eyeshadow collab. Love it. Love it. Super, super love it. Not getting rid of it. This one is my Morphe 12S palette. I think it's the Sunset one or whatever it's called. This is... My lighting sucks. I can't figure out how... Okay, so this is what it looks like. I love these shimmers. I know it looks like I barely use it. At one point, I might actually get rid of this eyeshadow palette, but right now I'm not going to. This, however, is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes at the moment. This is one of the newer ones. And this is the this is the 25B. So Morphe 25B palette. I love this eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette has a lot of colors that remind me of like the Huda Beauty palette and some Anastasia Beverly Hills colors, which is why I'm totally okay getting rid of some of my eyeshadow palettes and keeping this one. I realize Morphe isn't exactly complete comparison to some of them, and they're not the exact same eyeshadow palette, eyeshadow colors, but honestly, I can make do. Have this here, and this is supposed to be, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I bought this online, and I was going to depot this and get rid of it, but I think I'm going to keep it for now. I absolutely love a lot of these colors in here, so at the moment, I'm going to keep this. This is probably something that I will get rid of. I might just depot it and keep the case, because I actually really like the case. These are the Eggnog Latte, the Gingerbread Cookie, and the Peppermint Mocha palette. This is what they look like. Absolutely love them. The only thing they're missing is a highlighter in them. They have, like, this one's got a gingerbread. The gingerbread one has a bronzer. This one's got a blush, and then this one's got a blush as well. So I kind of would have liked if, like, maybe the Eggnog Latte had a highlighter, but I could use some, like, I could probably use this one as a highlighter, but I am keeping all of these. So, here's some Tarte palettes. So this is the Sexy Kitten palette, Don't Quit Your Daydream, and then this one is the Buried Treasure, I think it's called. I am keeping them. This one I've barely used. It's brand new. Or this one, I find that I absolutely love some of these colors in here, and I love the fact that it's the Christmas palette from last year, but I'm probably eventually going to, again, declutter this one. I'm not going to yet because I barely have touched it. These two I'm absolutely loving, so I'm keeping them. So I find that these two are perfect for traveling, and I absolutely love them. Then I have this birthday one. I got this from Ulta for free for my birthday. This is from NYX. These are the colors. I really like this one and this one, but they look the same. I don't know why. I'm actually going to get rid of this one because I barely used it. Then I have an Urban Decay palette. This is the Naked Heat palette. I love this palette. These eyeshadows are super, super gorgeous. Definitely not getting rid of this one. Another palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Subculture palette. Beautiful. This was the one that had all the problems where all the eyeshadow was like coming out and everybody like hit pan on it or whatever. I think this was something I purchased. I didn't purchase it right away, so I think maybe I didn't have problems because this was the second batch. I'm not sure. I am going to keep this one because I have barely touched it, and I would like to do a little bit more using it before I get rid of it. This is an Essence, so they are all non-mattes. They are really nice. This one is going. This is the Urban Decay Nocturnal eyeshadow box. The eyeshadows in it. This is an older palette. I've had this for a couple of years. I really like this color here. I do like the mattes in it, so I am going to keep this one for a little bit longer. This is the Makeup Revolution Fiercest Fire palette. This I got for free when I bought my other Makeup Revolution palette that I just decided to keep as well. Love this eyeshadow palette. So far, I'm keeping this. This is a Too Faced I Want Candy palette. This is the one that looks like it's a candy box from Candy Johnson. This I love. Super, super love this one. Like I said, I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I don't reach for a lot of them, so it barely looks like I've been barely used it, but I love this eyeshadow palette, so I am keeping this one. And honestly, I did pick this up because, first of all, I loved the eyeshadow palette, but I also wanted to support Candy. I think she's amazing. Box eyeshadow palette. I think these are really cute. I don't really know if this is something that I will continue to use, but I do really like this eyeshadows in here and then these ones in here. I do find when I bring this on vacation with me, I bring a few extra purples, but that is why I love palettes like this where I can just throw in whatever I want. This is something that I'm going to keep for now. This one here is the Too Faced White Peach palette. I love this palette. The only eyeshadow I don't really thoroughly enjoy is this one, and it's because although I like the fact that it's a purple sparkly color, it's not really like the sparkles don't stay very well on it. I can kind of take them off, but it's so dark that unless I'm doing like a weird eye look and have that on my eyelid, I don't like having sparkles in my crease. So that is the only color that I do not use from this. Plus I love the smell of it. It smells so good. So I'm keeping this one. The Too Faced and Kat Von D eyeshadow palette. This was all the rage a little while ago. I barely use this, but I'm going to put it in my to keep pile just because I really do want to use it a little bit more. So this probably could get decluttered again in, like, say, my next declutter video, but I'm going to keep it this time. This is the L'Oreal Paris Enchanted palette. I love these eyeshadows in here. I love the coloring. I love the shimmers and the mattes. I'm keeping. Oops. I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. So this is another Too Faced palette. This is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette. I'm keeping this. I don't really use these two colors, but I am keeping it because of the glitters in it. This I know that is going. This is an eyeshadow set that I picked up because I wanted the colors before I started buying the Morphe palettes. This is a bit older. This apparently has almost the same formulation as the Morphe palettes. They are so rich and so creamy. I don't need it because I own all the other Morphe palettes pretty much. This is the Full Spectrum palette, Urban Decay. This is huge. Look at all those bright eyeshadows though. The problem with this is that I don't reach for it, and it's quite bulky. If you take a look at it, it's super bulky. It has a great mirror on it. I don't reach for this one as much, and the reason why I've kept it is because, well, because I'm a hoarder. But I really do like this is a gorgeous color. And like I don't use a lot of these colors. I'm just gonna put it in a maybe pile. So I picked this up at Sephora a while ago. I was super excited. It was on sale, and then I had a gift card, so I ended up not actually paying anything for this one. This one was a present for me. Here's my issue with this. It is bulky as crap. Like, it is huge. Like, it is heavy. I can't take it with me anywhere. I think there's a reason. It's supposed to be like a full look palette, but I don't really use this. I have used it once or twice. Ugh. I love Smashbox though. The problem is I just don't reach for this one. Cheek and Contour palette. I think I'm going to keep this one. Actually, let's just do this one by one. I'm going to keep that. So these three are actual lipsticks. And then this one is, yeah, those are all going. I don't need those. So then there are these two palettes here. And this one is an eyeshadow palette. And this is like the Transformer palette. What I mean by Transformer palette is it does say up here. So what you're supposed to be able to do is put any of these on it to make them change color kind of and like look a little bit different. This is such a hard decision. Okay, so I'm actually going to keep this out. So these are highlighters here, and then those are eyeshadows. See you later, Senorita. I'm going to get rid of these. This one here. This is the Ulta Beauty Glitter Top Coats sale, and then I got a good discount on it. These are very, very, oh my gosh, very, very pretty. They're so glittery. I think I haven't used this very often, so I think I'm going to keep this one.